So what do you do when you finish running across the country? Of course, you join Sports Nation, and we are thrilled to have Hellah Sidibe join us here on the program. And Hellah, just straight out the gate, how did this idea come about with you running to make the world a better place?
So I started running every single day since May 15th of 2017. It was a thing for me to face the fear of running. And it was a 2 weeks goal, just running 10 minutes a day for 2 weeks. So I went every day for a year, and I wanted to see if I can double it. And I did. And after the second year, I was thinking, I want to do something bigger and challenging, but it has to be about something else bigger than myself. So I said, I want to run from LA to New York City. So we picked a nonprofit called Souls for Souls. It really connected with me and resonated with what I do in life and my lifestyle and where I came from. So we picked that and we started running March 1st. And now we're here.
Quite a few thousand miles traversed across this country.
A lot.
How did the shoes hold up?
Ooh, I went through a lot of shoes. I went through a lot of shoes.
How many pairs? Can you tell us?
16 plus. My foot grew a size and a half. I'm a size 10. I'm wearing 11 and a half. So some of the shoes I couldn't even use. We had to find shoes within major cities, which we didn't go through many. So I went from size 10 to size 11 and a half. Your feet are swollen. I have low arch anyway. My feet is flat now because you're just pounding the surface every day. And the scary part is, from what I've heard from some people who have done this, they never went back to the old shoe size.
You ran through 13 states from
14.
California to New York.
Yes.
What was the prettiest state you ran through?
Out of the 14 states, New Mexico.
14 states. New Mexico, really?
Yes. New Mexico was the one also that was brutal because I was at 9,000 feet elevation. And the people were awesome because of the Navajo reservation. The natives were just incredible.
Wow. Okay, what was the most boring state, honestly?
Missouri.
I love that you had an answer.
Missouri.
Why Missouri?
Missouri people were brutal. There's a lot of nasty people. I was called racial slurs. Was flicked off a few times on the highway. Missouri was scary and rough for me. And it was one of the states that I was really excited to get out as soon as I could.
Wait, hold on. I want to dive into that. Hold on a second. Yeah. So you got targeted while you were running through their state, through Missouri, for charity. You got targeted. This incident happened, and then somebody reached out to you. Like, who was it? Like, how did that happen? Like, how were people made aware?
I do a recap every day, how the day went. And it's always usually positive. There's nothing negative. I try to look at perspectives in life because everything is a learning lesson. Everything is learning about what's happening in our country. So I did a recap, and I just mentioned on my Instagram story that a bunch of kids just decided to roll their window down, called me the N-word, and rolled it back down and stepped on the gas. With the social media following I have, that it was getting shared on the Facebook page that this guy is just trying to run across the country for a nonprofit, and the least we can do is support it because something happened in our state that we're not proud of. So in a way, I just looked at it from a positive point. That was a tough state to go through.
One more question on the matter. How do you then bounce back and continue a journey as a Black man? If I get a racial slur thrown my way in the middle of nowhere, I'd be ready to throw it all away. How do you keep going?
So my mentality is, before I started this journey, I was mentally prepared to accept any hardship that comes with this. And I always remind myself, whether it's physical pain, emotional, or something happened that's out of my control, what I'm running for is much bigger. So knowing that the fact that my reason to do this is bigger than any little pain, any little adversity, any little circumstances that comes my way, allows me to push forward. So I just think about what I'm doing it for and deal with it, because I chose this. No one is making me do it. So I allow myself to be comfortable mentally that whatever happens is not going to be bigger than what I'm doing this for. So I always remind myself that, and I push through every single day.
Hellah, I asked the question thinking that I would get a joke answer, and we got one of the more profound answers we've ever gotten on Sports Nation. That's incredible. That's awesome. Can I ask you to tie a bow on this before we move on? I'd love to hear some of the other experiences across any of the states that really stuck with you, whether it was interactions with people or people reaching out. What really stuck out to you during this journey?
What I learned, we have much more amazing people in this world than we think. And I always say on social media, YouTube, I'm a YouTuber, and I have an Instagram account. Every time I talk to anybody on my account, I see them as family. The first thing I say is, "What's up, my beautiful people?" And the reason I say that is I feel like we all have a beauty within ourselves. We just have to discover it. And that this trip like proved that to me, because random people would see me on the side of the road, offering me water. They'll see me running in the heat, in the snow, offering me rides. I could be the worst person ever, but they don't know. They still find something within their heart to say, "Hey, I want to give this guy a ride." I said, "No, I'm running across the country. That'd be cheating if I jump in a car." But they don't know me. They offer me rides. And the Navajo reservation with the natives, the message travel quick. Someone would meet me somewhere. By the time I get to another place, "Oh, we made you a gift. We heard that you were coming through." So what I want to say is the world is full of amazing people. We have more good than bad. And that was very promising for me to see. And that got me excited. And it made me want to be a better person. And I think I'm a decent guy, but it made me want to get out of my way and do more for others. So that for sure is going to stay with me forever.
Hellah Sidibe, thank you so much for your time, for your wisdom, for your grace, and the inspiration, frankly, joining us here on Sports Nation, man.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.